on? Hey, y'all, and welcome back to Gems Podcast. For those of you that are new to the community, I am Miss Genesis Amaris Kemp. For those seasoned listeners, thank you so much for listening to another segment. With me today is a fun, fabulous, hot, sexy mama who is no stranger to Gems Podcast, but Tina Hicks. And I'm going to give you a refresher on who Tina is for those of you who may not know her. So here we go. Tina has been an entrepreneur since ninth grade, y'all. Community wellness, whether it's dance, working out, or helping others live their best life with positive mindsets, activities, and her goal is in life to help others rise. And she does that. She has a lot of things going on. So I wanted to bring her back to the forefront so she can give us an update on what has been happening in her life. So before we dive into the update, I'm going to ask Tina an icebreaker question. Tina, I want you to share something crazy that you have done in your life or something adventurous recently.
Oh, what haven't I done? That's crazy. An adventure. Oh, there's so okay. I have to say this is probably the most exciting adventure. My husband and I went on a day trip. We decided the morning that we were going to fly to Colorado. So we flew to Colorado for the day and we just walked around downtown. We ate some lunch and then we got on a plane and came back home.
That is definitely adventurous and fun, plus spontaneous too. So, quick question: what made y'all pick Colorado?
Because we could fly there from our airport. We have a little airport. We only have so many destinations.
Oh, okay.
So we're limited.
Well, without further ado, let's talk about what's new. Because I know something that's new, but the audience doesn't.
Yes. So, wow, since we last met, I went back to school and was going to school full time, working full time, coaching and teaching dance. And I am excited to announce last summer I got my bachelor's degree in communications with an emphasis in leadership and organization, which I know is also a passion of yours. So I feel like, everybody always says living your best life, but I feel like I am. And I never thought I'm over 40 now. I will be 44 this year. And never in my wildest dreams would I ever imagine me going back to school and getting my degree. I thought that ship had sailed. So that was huge for me. And it helped me with my career. And I think it really built my confidence too, because recently I went out on my own. I started my own coaching business. I was coaching with a company when we met and recently decided to go solo, be that entrepreneur and start the coaching. So that's what I've been up to.
And we got a wave in the background. Hey.
Oh yeah, photo bomb. Are you
the door?
There's a door. You don't even know. He's like famous.
Yes, I'm very famous. Only in certain circles.
You're
Well, you know what? We can't actually hear him. So, audience, for those of you that are only listening via audio, we're gonna have a surprise for those of you who will watch the video on YouTube. So bring him to the screen. Bring him.
You guys, if you are a paparazzi fan, oh, he's tall. How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
Oh,
Oh,
man,
wow.
I'm 5'1". But he's one of the paparazzi dorks.
I'm one of the dorks here. We do all the back office stuff. We do trainings live on Facebook every Thursday. There you go.
Super cool. So, audience, for those of you who are not familiar with paparazzi, Tina also is inundated with the paparazzi community, and they have these amazing $5 jewelry. So it's cheaper than a Chick-fil-A Whataburger meal if you want to
Oh, it
bling it
is
out,
true. Yeah.
and cheaper than Starbucks coffee now. Because I went to Starbucks the other day and I haven't had it in a long time. And I'm like, what? When she said the price, I was like, hold on, wait, rewind it.
Hold on. Can I get out of the line now? Huh? That's probably what you were thinking.
No, it was well worth it. Well worth it. Especially being a new mom, I needed to treat myself. So
That's true.
what? Okay, tell us
Okay.
this paparazzi dork's name, and I don't want to call him a paparazzi dork because we don't have that report yet. So
You,
That's what they're called.
that's what we're called. We're actually paparazzidorks.com.
They named themselves. They make sure we know how to use like all the back office, and we just started a new app for all the consultants. And oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm here. This is a big deal.
Yeah, we have an app that does all your inventory management, all your invoices, and it lets you do reply to buy on social media when you go live.
ooh, super cool. So maybe we could do like a promo for those who are listening to Jem's podcast. Maybe y'all would throw in a goodie, but y'all talk about that later. So back to Tina.
Genesis, tell him where you live.
I actually live in the good old state of Texas and Houston specifically. We're currently in Houston.
Nice.
The best barbecue in the world right there in Texas.
Yes.
Best food.
Yeah, food, yeah,
Food.
everything.
Best. I agree. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Nice to see you.
That was so cool. So
Yes.
he's huge in our community.
Oh man. So y'all watching the video, you have to see how Tina's face just lit up whenever she interacted with the paparazzi dork. So it was just amazing. And she's actually in paparazzi. So we kind of went down a rabbit hole, but that's what happened on Jem's
We
podcast.
did. And I have to say, I did not get permission to talk about paparazzi before I went on here, but it kind of just happened. That's how my life goes. That was pretty wild.
It is, because that's part of the update, because some of the people in the community may not have known that you were affiliated with paparazzi. So for those blingers out there that want some bling bling, you could get with Tina and she could bling you up for cheap.
Ling you up. I like it.
Tina, a big congratulations to you for
Thank
going
you.
back to school, getting your degree in communications with an emphasis in leadership and organization. That, like you mentioned, that is one of my passion areas. I also know that you're coaching and now you're doing it on your own versus with a company.
Yes. Jolt of Energy.
Whoop, whoop. And y'all, I was actually in a Jolt of Energy Facebook group with Tina not too
So
long
good.
ago.
Yeah. It was amazing. Everybody loved you. I know you were our guest for one day. So you were in our group for one day. By the way, listeners, I only charge $5 a month to coach. So if you're interested, it's on Facebook though. So you have to be a Facebooker. But yeah, Genesis came in one day. And so when you popped out, you know, people can still comment and they're like, oh my gosh, I love this. And Christy was on the live with us, and she actually, I know her because of paparazzi. She sells bling too.
Yeah, I interacted with Christy a lot since she was on the live, but I didn't get to see any other comments. So you'll have to screenshot it, because feedback is a gift,
Yes.
y'all. And I'm just so glad that Tina and I could still nurture the relationship after a podcast, because some people may come on the
Yes.
show and think it's a one and done. But as long as you reach out to me, I reach out to you, we can nurture the relationship, because collaboration is the new way of creating synergies. It's how we're going to grow, because we could connect one another to other people to build out our pipelines, our communities, and do life together. It shouldn't just be a one and done, because Tina has incredible things going on and she thought about me because of our conversations, our past
Yes.
dealings.
And I stalk you. She probably gets 1 million hearts a day from me.
Y'all, I could get so busy, and then now adding in the mama part, like that keeps me very busy, because I'm very intentional with the time that I spend with my daughter. So I don't do any meetings in the mornings unless it's like buku money paid meetings, I'll do those. But I really try to really dedicate that time to my daughter, and it's so important to set boundaries. And I know you know all about boundaries, Tina, because you are a multifaceted woman. You're a mother,
Yes.
you're a wife, you're a coach, you're a dancer. There's so many different hats you wear. So how do you implement boundaries in your own life?
You know, I have a saying, just be yourself and you can't go wrong. So I do, what do they always say? You wear your heart on your sleeve. Yeah. So by living that way, I mean, people know if I'm having a bad day or if Cruella comes out. That's the part of me that nobody wants to see. You can ask my husband. But I think the way is just being your authentic true self, which is what you are all about every day. And recently I went through a hard time. I became a dog walker with all of that. And I was walking a dog for 3 months. Her name was Lily. And all of a sudden last week, I I found out, yeah, just a few days ago that she had a tumor. She started being in really bad pain, wasn't barking, wasn't eating. I say barking because every time I go pick her up to go for a walk, she barked excitedly. So she just, it took her quick. They had to put her down last week to just get her, out of the pain. There was nothing, the tumor had spread too far, everything. So that really shut a Tina down for sure. And I'm back today feeling great. But I think as far as boundaries go, just make sure you communicate. Like my daytime boss, he's incredible. He's a family therapist in addition to what he does with us. And he's like, do what you need to do. And sometimes it's hard, like for people to understand. And it wasn't like it was my dog personally, but she had become over the last 3 months like one of my best friends. And I just had this amazing, like she did so much for me. It's amazing how animals and people in our lives, it's hard. Life can be really hard. So just be okay with not being okay. And the sooner you do that, I think the sooner you can bounce back.
And thank you for sharing that. And my condolences to poor Lily,
Thank you.
because fur babies are a part of the family, even though they may not be in your immediate family, they're your extended family. And when something happens to them, it like crushes you. Like that happened to me years ago. I had a dog named Gingy, short for gingerbread, and I named him that after the movie Shrek because I love the movie Shrek.
Oh,
And
me too.
he got in a little dog scrabble, and this pit bull got a hold of him and just clamped down on his neck. And at the time, like, I was really young and my dad was still living. I said, Dad, and my dad like gets
Oh,
down there and gives Gingy mount to mount. And that was so like sweet to me because most people are not gonna give a dog mount to mount. Like they'll maybe
right.
do it for somebody they
That was
like.
incredible love. Yeah.
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 But he passed away, and ever since that it wasn't the same. And then someone got me a replacement dog, and I'm like, this doesn't even look like Gingy. And I didn't really want the dog, but I was stuck with the dog, and I'm like, eh. And so when I ended up moving, I left it at my uncle's house, and when he moved, he just brought the dog to my new house, and the dog was digging holes in the backyard. And I had a bit of resentment there, but then I wasn't going to mistreat the dog because the dog was there. But I'm like, I don't even want this dog. But now I do want a dog now that I have a daughter. But I was like, that's another responsibility, another mouth to feed, because you need to give them the
Right.
same amount of time and energy that you do a child. And
I
sometimes,
agree.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
Tina, we're going to jump gears here because I'm sure the audience wants to know, because you mentioned the name of your business is Jolt of
Yes.
Energy. So,
Yes.
why do you call it Jolt of Energy?
Oh, okay. I hope this one doesn't make me cry, actually. I've been pretty emotional, but my brother, he is a veteran, 82nd Airborne, and he has gone through PTSD. He's had a lot of stressful times in life and battling really severe depression. I have battled with depression myself, but I think there's different levels, right? And I just remember before I started Jolts of Energy, it was around that time actually, because I was starting to get into fitness and I was introduced to this company that I worked for a while. And I saw my brother and I was at his house with his family and he was sitting on the couch and it was like all the life just out of him. Like it was almost like he wasn't there, like my brother wasn't there. And I don't even know if I've ever shared this story with him. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Was it like he was physically present, but like mentally he was somewhere else?
Yeah. Like I didn't feel like his presence. And I went over and I kind of like jolted him. Like he used to give me nuggies all the time growing up. So yeah, nuggies. He always liked to wrestle me, his little sister. But yeah, so I just kind of leaned over to him like a jolt. Like I kind of just shook him, like, bro, you got this, like everything's gonna be okay. And he, ever since then, that's been about 6 years ago, he's done really well. He's worked with the veterans office, well, the services that they have, and we keep in contact. We talk once a week, so in a way I coach him too. And you know life life is a journey, and I just want everybody in my life to never feel alone. And if they do have those down days, to know they're not alone. And so, Jolt of Energy, that is my goal. Even from the day I interviewed with you years ago, that was my bio years ago. And it's still my bio today, that I just want to bring joy to everybody.
I love that. And whenever I first saw Jolt of Energy, it made me, and I think I mentioned it to you, I was like, it made me think about a lightning, like the lightning symbol, and then you see the
Yes.
lightning whenever it crackles in the sky and it's like, and I'm
Yes.
like, imagine that plus your energy, like your energy vibration, like in you, around you, outside, because sometimes, like, your smile can be a jolt of energy. Like your smile could be contagious and can cause others to smile and radiate. Your voice, like the tone of your voice can, bring someone's day up, can uplift them because the mood and it's like peppy and all of that. Or your eyes, because sometimes people smile with their eyes. And
Definitely.
so many different things within us, each one of us can be a jolt of energy for somebody else. And then whenever you see that energy and you see another energy, you could electrify it, kind of like a lightning bolt. Lightning electrifies. And that's
Yeah.
why when the jolts of lightning come, it could cause, fires, like, that can cause
Yeah.
something to.
I hope I light fires in everybody.
You, Tina, the jolt of energy. I like to call myself the firecracker, the mindset hacker. So when you bring jolt of energy together with the firecracker mindset hacker, you get a
Explosion.
whole boom, TNT,
That's
transformation
right.
and transitioning.
100.
So
Yes.
Tina, what else is new on the horizon that you would like to share with the community?
Okay, I better put it out there, because if I put it out there, then it's going to happen. But I trained years ago to be a personal trainer. So I've taken down kind of my Jolt of Energy podcast from YouTube. I did that for 2 years, and I want to reinvent the YouTube and do exercise videos so that people that I am coaching for accountability and helping them zap their goals, right? I want them to have free like workouts that they can get on YouTube. So it's going on my vision board. So
I
That's
love
it.
it.
I put it out there to the universe, to Gem's universe.
And the ones outside of Gem's universe, because audience, you know what it is. Whenever we get information, it's not just for us, it's for us to share it and spread it to help somebody else. So don't just keep the information for yourself. Share with a family member and a friend. And Tina, I'm so happy that you did that. But one challenge I would have for you, you know, I'm all about challenging my guests, is
Oh, good.
instead of taking all of it down, you should have left it up and then created a 2.0, like another page for those to see your progression over the year. Because, you
I
know,
know. My husband said the same thing. I'm not a very good listener.
well, you know what? You got to go give him some brownie points and or some smoocheroos and say Genesis said the same freaking thing. So y'all were in the vein, and maybe you could recover them because YouTube had this thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wait, tell me, sorry. What were you gonna say about the recovery?
So YouTube has this thing, like if you delete videos, it's not really deleted for X amount of days. So they have it in a repository in case it was accidentally deleted, you could recover it. And I'm not all that technical savvy, so it's worth looking into depending on how
Okay.
long ago you deleted it. I'm sure I could probably figure it out, but it's just the time with
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna do that. Or I can go ask one of the paparazzi dorks because they're really good at IT.
Yes. And then I guess I'm gonna throw you an audible because I know you have a time commitment and so do I.
Okay.
So, I want you to share something that I may not have asked you yet, or just give the audience a tip, something to give them their own jolt of energy, but also hold them accountable for themselves so they could start to live life with peace, love, kindness, and etc.
Okay. So start today, not tomorrow. Make that goal, whatever it is. Don't wait for all the right things to be in place. Just go for it today.
Yes, I love that. And y'all, if you heard any noise in the background, it's my baby, it's Prego Expo, and a lot of other things going on with my hubby.
Yay!
So I apologize. I'm recording from a location I will not disclose right now. But I love that. Start today and don't make excuses is what I would add on. And if you're a Cheetah Girl fan from back in the day, they would say, "Sí, se puede."
Oh, I don't know that. I better go check that out.
Yeah, so I'm so excited, Tina, that we got to chat and catch up, and
Me
you
too.
got to just share what's new with the audience. Just a quick recap, y'all. Tina is going to be putting up fitness videos on YouTube, and she's going to think about how to recover her old podcast stuff for Jolt of Energy. She just got her bachelor's degree in communications with the emphasis in leadership and organizational. And that's also going to complement the work that she's doing in the coaching space as well as her entrepreneur journey. She is a wife, a mother, and the crazy thing that she did was her and her husband went on a day trip to Colorado. And there's some other incredible things that she's doing. But if you're interested in learning more, you definitely got to connect with Tina. So, Tina, tell the audience how they could connect with you.
You got it. My handle on Instagram is Jolt of Energy.
And
So
your
find
face.
me there.
Okay. And you have that other group that's only $5 a month.
That's right. Yes. And that's on Facebook. So I've had people actually get on Facebook so they can coach with me. So if you are from the generation that you're not on Facebook, it's easy to do. Just start and I can be your only friend on there and then we'll get you in the group.
A follow-up question before I let you go.
Yes.
So why Facebook?
Honestly, I probably because it's my generation, so I'm super comfortable. And I think we all do things that are in our comfort zone. Maybe in the future it won't be there, but I've really enjoyed it. It has a lot of features in the group that I can do with, like in the groups we race to 7,000 steps. We race to 75 ounces of water. We wake up on weekdays at 5 a.m. Mountain Time to work out together. So we all do our own workouts, but we keep each other accountable. And then you can do lives in there. You can do a daily post. You can do events. Like, it just is so versatile to me. So I love it. So, right? If you love it, why change it?
I love it, and thank you for sharing that, and I just thought I would ask because, there's so many social media platforms out there. TikTok, the TikTokers are blazing it up. There's Instagrammers, Twitch. I haven't had experiences with Twitch. I haven't got on that. Just so many
Me
different
neither.
things. So I just thought I would ask in case the audience was wondering why Facebook. So
That's why. It's what Tina knows. Yes.
So, audience, I hope you enjoyed this quick chat and follow up with Tina Hicks, aka the Jolt of Energy, that's bringing you that energy to get you jolting without giving you a noogie to do it.
Right, like my bro. Yes.
All of her info will be in the show notes. So all you have to do is scroll down, tap in, and get connected with her. And my big ask is for brand sponsors and listener supporters. You can donate to be a listener supporter on a monthly basis. And then for brand ambassadors, it does take resources to fuel the mission and movement behind the podcast. So there are some new things that we're hoping to do here on the podcast with equipment as well as switching platforms. So
Wow.
if that's something that you're interested in doing and linking arms or showcasing your business here, let's connect and see how we can really create the synergies so it's mutually beneficial. So getting outside of that with them, what's in it for me, but what's in it for we to see how we can grow and collaborate. So if that's
Ooh,
you, get at
boom.
me and let's make it boom.
Explosion.
Yes. And we're on 40 plus audio platforms. So somewhere for everyone to listen. The videos are on YouTube. So just go to Gems with Genesis Amaris Kemp. And lastly, but not least, where would I be without my supporters? You know, I only think about you. Each one of you is so near and dear to my heart. So
Nice.
if there's an incredible topic you want to hear right here, whether I do a solo episode or I bring in a SME subject matter expert, let me know. Feedback is a gift, and that's how all of us are going to grow. So I want to thank each one of you again for taking time out of your day to listen to Tina and I, as well as the other incredible segments that are on on and inside the community. So until next time, peace,
Peace.
love, and lots of blessings. You got this, and we believe in you. So jolt it up.